I want to talk about a Christmas movie. It takes place in December. There are twinkling lights, there is a family gathering, and there is a deep, unshakable commitment to saving souls. It's called Candyland, and no, it's nothing to do with the board game, although I would pay good money to see a version of that game involving a lot lizard named Leviticus and a shiv made out of a crucifix. The movie is a 2022 hidden gem from director John Swab that somehow slipped under the radar. It starts as a gritty indie drama about truck stop sex workers and ends up as a theological slasher film that makes Saint Maud look like VeggieTales. We're doing a deep dive on this because it pulls off a narrative magic trick, so full spoilers ahead. It sets up a whodunit where the suspect is the victim and the villain is the savior. It makes you fall in love with a group of quote unquote degenerates, only to remind you that the scariest thing in America isn't a sex worker with a knife in their pocket, it's a fundamentalist with the mission from God. To understand why this movie hits so hard, you have to understand the sandbox it's playing in. This film is set at Christmas 1996. This is crucial. No smartphones, no Uber, no Twitter. If you scream in a bathroom stall in 1996, nobody is going to live stream it. Governing this lawless ecosystem is Sheriff Rex, played by the legendary William Baldwin. Now, usually in slasher movies, the sheriff is the incompetent do-gooder. Here, Rex is like the daddy of the truck stop, but in the grossest way possible. He isn't trying to clean up the streets, he's part of the grime. He manages the ecosystem like a parasite manages a host. He's the first clue that this isn't your standard horror movie, it's Sleaze-core. The story kicks off when a beat up church van rolls into the lot around the 5 minute mark. The religious group is trying to convert the sinners. Inside the van, we see a girl named Remy. When the van leaves, Remy is left behind. Was it an accident or was she discarded like trash? The truck stop crew, Sadie, Riley, Liv, and Levi, take her in. We get a moment early on where Liv reads one of the cult pamphlets and laughs at it. This sets the board. It's cynical, survivalist world of the truck stop versus the fanatical world of the cult. Liv thinks the pamphlet is a joke. She doesn't realize it's actually a foreshadowing of her own execution. Before the blood starts flowing, we have to pause and dissect the most fascinating relationship in this movie, and that's between Sheriff Rex and Levi. Early in the first act, we see Rex pay Levi for a sex act. On the surface, this is transactional. Rex is an abuser exploiting a vulnerable boy. But watch Baldwin's face. Watch how he lingers. This isn't just lust. Rex has a twisted, protective obsession with Levi. Levi, played beautifully by Owen Campbell, is the innocent of the group. Rex treats him like a favorite pet. He wants to own him. Levi, meanwhile, is just surviving. He doesn't love Rex, he just endures him. The tone shifts when Riley finds a dead trucker in the bathroom stall, stabbed in the eye. Rex shows up, looks at the corpse, and basically shrugs it off, calling him a nobody. This tells us two things. One, human life is cheap here. And two, Rex is an expert at making problems disappear. This establishes the stakes. If someone dies at Candyland, they stay dead and nobody asks questions. Despite the grime, we get a moment of warmth. The whole crew is in a motel room bonding. They welcome Remy into the fold. They do her makeup. It's a found family trope. The movie makes you feel safe. It makes you think this is a drama about a girl escaping a cult to find a new family, but the movie is lying to you. Around the 30-minute mark, the movie creates this massive diversion that I call the false safety. Levi is sexually assaulted at the truck stop. It's a brutal scene, and in a moment of pure trauma and rage, Levi kills the man. He runs to Rex, and what does Rex do? He doesn't arrest him. He helps Levi cover it up. The narrative around the truck stop becomes the bad guy is dead. Everyone assumes the man Levi killed was the killer who had been plaguing the lot. This creates a false sense of security. The girls think the danger is over. They think the monster has been slain. They let their guard down. They feel safe again. And that is the tragedy. Just as they relax, thinking the predator is gone, they invite the real monster into their rooms. They think they are safe with Remy. While everyone is breathing a sigh of relief, Remy is waking up. Nora, the madam, forces Remy to earn her keep. Her first trick is with a creepy, closeted priest. He takes his dentures out, which, by the way, is a sensory nightmare. And as he goes down on her, he squeezes his head and snap, breaks his neck. She hides the body under the bed. She isn't traumatized, though. She looks peaceful. She didn't kill him out of anger. She killed him because he was unclean. Then the catalyst hits. Remy's biological father returns to the truck stop. He isn't there to save her. He's there to say goodbye. He tells her the cult is leaving soon. This sort of breaks Remy's brain. She realizes the rapture is coming, and her new friends, her found family, are going to be left behind to burn in hell, unless she sends them to heaven first. Now, the movie goes full slasher, and it happens fast. Remy takes her second John. This jerk truck driver tries to force her to have unprotected sex with him. But she pulls out her weapon. It's a blade hidden inside a crucifix. The cross is my sword. It is the most heavy-handed metaphor in cinema history, and I absolutely love it. And she kills him with it. Next, she gets into a car with this lonely guy just looking for physical connection with somebody. This guy isn't aggressive. He isn't a predator. He just wants to be with somebody. But it doesn't matter to Remy. To her, he's a sinner. She murders him too. And after being caught red-handed in the bathroom, she ends up murdering Liv's partner, Sadie. The body count is rising, and Rex is still out there looking for a maniac, not realizing the killer is the quiet girl with the bad haircut. Now we have to talk about the scene that broke me. Levi is spiraling. He killed a man. He's scared. He looks at Remy and sees the only pure thing in his world. He invites her in. They bond. They get intimate. And it's the first time Levi has been touched with anything other than aggression or transaction. But mid-act, she jams a pencil into him and she kills Levi. The sheriff's favorite, the audience's favorite. But here's a twist. She doesn't do it with hate. She looks him in the eyes with absolute love. She truly believes she is saving him from his dirty world. It destroys the final girl trope. Usually the virgin saves the day. Here, the virgin is the Terminator. Her next target is the mother figure, Nora. By taking out Nora, she removes the group's protector. Meanwhile, Liv has decided she's had enough and she's just going to move away. After being devastated by the loss of her partner Sadie, she's packing up to leave. And we're thinking, okay, Liv is the survivor. She's the smart one. Nope. Liv finds the bodies and she realizes the truth. And when that happens, she gets shanked with the crucifix. Liv is dead. No survivors. The entire family union we spent 90 minutes with is gone. Rex walks into the motel room. He sees the girls laid out on the beds. Remy has positioned them with their arms crossed over their chests like saints in a cathedral. But look at Rex. He falls to his knees. He isn't crying for the girls. He isn't crying for justice. He's mourning Levi. It's bizarre. Tragic moment where the villain shows the most humanity. He lost the one thing he actually cared about. We cut to them driving, unaware if Rex knew that she was the killer. But there's Remy sitting in the front seat with him. She asks for a ride home, and Rex, he's so broken, so defeated, he says yes. Rex drives her to her house. Remy runs out expecting to be greeted by her father and the rest of the cult. She's ready to say, "Look, Daddy, I saved them. I did good." But the compound is silent. Dead bodies everywhere. They drank the Kool-Aid and they committed mass suicide and left her behind. She walks into the room with Rex, with her crucifix knife exposed. Rex finally puts it together. He sees the knife. He realizes she killed Levi. He pulls his gun out and screams at her to put the knife down. But in the final climax, she doesn't fight him. She realizes she has nowhere to go. Her earthly family is dead because she killed them, and her spiritual family is dead because they left her. She takes the crucifix knife and stabs herself in the chest. She joins the Candyland she was promised, leaving Rex alone, the king of a dead kingdom. So what are we actually looking at here? Because Candyland isn't just a slasher movie, it's a thesis on the failure of American salvation. It draws a parallel between the religious cult and the truck stop cult. The religious cult offers salvation through death. The truck stop offers survival through exploitation. Both systems are meat grinders, but the movie clearly has more sympathy for the truck stop. At least at Candyland, they looked you in the eye when they screwed you. The religious cult just left you a pamphlet and a body count. This brings me to the tragedy of Rex. He is the only survivor. In a standard movie, the survivor is the hero. Here, survival is punishment. Rex has to live with the silence. He has to live knowing that he helped create the environment where this massacre could take place. He was the daddy of the lot, but he couldn't protect his children. He is left standing in the wreckage of his own sleazy empire, holding a gun with no one left to shoot. If you liked the Florida Project but wish it had more stabbing, or if you loved X but wanted more theological dread, this is for you. It's messy, it's nasty, it's nihilistic. But it dares to say something profound, that sometimes the people waving the Bible are infinitely more dangerous than the people waving the gun. And sometimes the sheriff crying over a dead boy is the only real love story you're gonna get. But what did you think of Candyland? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, maybe subscribe and hit that like button. I also have other reviews down in the playlist below, or hit one of the videos up above. If you want to join our memberships, hit that join button down below, and I'll see you later. Bye.